Hello.
Yo, what's up?
So how does this exactly work? If I may ask.
Usually the way it works is basically go over your profile as a player. Player profile is I go over your rank, your role, your best heroes, maybe ask some questions, and then we kind of figure it out based on that what you need. I'd assume that's your IGN, right?
Usually the role that I play is strategist.
Okay.
But I have been trying to learn DPS and tank, but that's I haven't really completely fleshed that out yet. I'm still mostly in support.
No, you should stick to one role until you're like very good in it. Like the level that is like that you wanna reach.
I peaked one above all twice. Yes.
Okay, so like being confidently in one above all, playing those lobbies confidently, like you should definitely do it on your main role first, and then you can think of like expanding your hero pool or whatever. So that's what we're gonna focus on. You said you're Eternity now, right?
I was Eternity. Like yesterday, I fell back to Celestial. So
okay, Celestial
like
1.
between the two.
Okay.
Yeah, Celestial 1, 2 kind of dive right now.
And then our goal is one above all. Let's go over your hero pool. Like tell me what's your like best heroes. S tier is like the hero that you can pick at any time and you feel full confident on it. Like
Rock.
one, okay.
Cloak and Dagger. Invest. Luna would be A tier, I think. 100% always like. I know
Okay.
but I don't.
Yeah, that's fine.
My best. It depends. I would go immediately to B tier with like Mantis.
B tier is not really that important. I'm mostly concerned about like your hero pool here. A tier is not the basic. A tier is something like, let's say you have a bunch of hours on it, okay, you do play the character confidently enough, but you don't feel as confident as like playing the invis, like you still feel a bit iffy on it.
Luna, Mantis, Loki, Jeff, can I send you my hour?
I'm just trying to identify like your main hero pool that we're gonna focus on, because everything else comes later. These heroes are probably enough to focus on. You see the difference in hours between like Luna and the rest? It's like almost 100 hours difference, like 130 hours difference, right? So that's like a massive gap. So we definitely can't say that like your Mantis is going to be on the same level as your Luna, just out of the same amount of hours. How confidently are you like mechanically?
Comfortable on the cloak, on the rocket and invis. I feel comfortable on Luna, but not to the confidence where I can say I can go flank Luna like other people. I can be aggressive with. I don't feel that confident.
Do you feel like you are selling people with your mechanics on Luna?
Sometimes I have like really good accuracy where I have like over like 65 accuracy, and sometimes I have
that's good.
40% accuracy. It's like really, it depends on the game for me.
So it's inconsistent. Why do you think that, like, why do you think it's inconsistent, or where do you think the consistency comes from?
I'm not quite sure. Some characters are harder for me to hit, like an Emma is more harder for me to hit than a Magneto, as example. Or like the Spider-Man is harder to hit for me. Could
we say, depending on the comp and heroes that you play, that are being played around you, your accuracy like spikes? So for example, if you have like a front to back, two beefy tanks in front of you, you're like fine, but the second you have something more divey or whatever, more people like on an angles and stuff, and you have to like really hit your shots, your accuracy like spikes down. That basically means that your mechanics are not like very like solid, right, to the point where you're like an aimer or whatever, but in this current meta that's not that big of a deal. So we're going to be focusing on less mechanical heroes. Thankfully Luna is not that important in this current meta. In the current meta, I mean, you probably know that it's very important to play meta heroes, right?
Yes.
Okay, I don't like, you're already the amount of rank that like I don't have to go over giga basics with you, but in the current meta I would say that from your hero pool, Invis is the most important character, and she can be played. She's not oftenly banned, I would say rarely banned, okay, and most likely you will always be able to just lock Invis, play Invis almost in any game that is being played right now, especially on high rank. You're gonna be like best in slot. Like these heroes, you don't really impact the game to a point where you make a big difference. Your job on this hero is just not troll. That's like your bare bones minimum. I
have been climbing a lot with Cloak and Dagger recently. I had like a 65% win rate. I have currently a 64% win rate with her.
Yeah, because the hero is like the hero is like strong right now, broken, right? My point being is that the hero is you're kind of climbing because the hero is strong, not because you yourself understanding the game like on a deeper level make a difference. That's why your rank is like fluctuating and it's not really like solidly high rank. What we're going to be trying to achieve here, your end goal should be to understand how to make a difference in the game with your hero, like in your position as a support, and Invis is just the perfect for it. Of course you will still be able to do this on Cloak. It's just the hero design, the amount of like abilities that make a difference are not comparable to Invis. Okay, Invis is like the best playmaking support right now, with which you're going to be making like a very big impact on the game. Okay, what would you say, like how do you see your job like overall, like in this matchup? Like how do you see this matchup being played overall? Do you take time? Do you take time to think about it?
When I see this, right, it's like front to back, right? You have Elsa protect the backline against Sinus. You have the Widow trying to get shots.
Okay, wait, let me
trying to take damage and coming back to the team without dying, hopefully.
Yeah, that's correct. The way you explained it is correct. So just to give more clarity to it, okay, this is going to be your main frontline tank, basically your anchor, your main tank, whatever you call it, right? Basically going to be your frontline. Your core DPS that is going to be so what is his role? Like what's his responsibility? His role is holding the space, right? So holding a corner, holding some space on the map, right? Like basically being an anchor in front of you, stopping the card, right? All of that type of like objective manipulation is on him. Then you have your main gun that is main pressure, frontline pressure, to either make enemies resistant to like walk for free, okay, because they're getting shot, shooting the enemies so we can walk. And then sometimes if they have a diver, this player is going to be responsible for stabling your core, right, and peeling the divers. So the way I call it is basically he's going to be responsible for locking the space. What does it mean, locking the space? That means that if you play around him somewhere here in his effective range, so his effective range, you can say the effective range of like his gun damage, right, where he deals the most gun damage, and effective range of his abilities like dashes, so he can boop him or like whatever. That's relatively not big range, but also not very short where you have to play like on top of him, right? It would be this area that is basically, if again considering that he does everything correctly, and you have to kind of imply in your head that how he is going to play the hero, even though you can't really impact it that much, your positioning should be somewhere in the area around him. So when the diver, if there will be such, the diver will be in the locked space. That means that he will be able to shoot him out, force him out, so the space is not really free for him to come in. So if he's gonna entering this space, we can hope to rely that this guy is gonna do his job and push him off. At the same time, this guy will be able to shift backwards sometimes, right, and then get back to the front line. So he's also your peeling tool. So you have one peeling tool, two peeling tools. What you cannot allow though is against a dive playing here. You see that the problem is that if the distance is too big, now you completely remove the option of this guy peeling you, and not only you make it harder for this guy to peel you, if he will try to peel you, look what happens. And let's say
I understand that.
And yeah, I mean that's basics, right? But I'm still going over them to kind of put it in a framework. So when I'm gonna be going over this in VOD review, you already like see it. And that's also important for you to get this habit of going into the game and kind of like pressing tab and going over this like basic roles. So you have like a slight like idea or a blueprint for this game, like how it's gonna go. And then this is going to be like these three kind of entities that you rely on as a core main healer, right? And then you have some fluctuating heroes, like she can be on an angle, she can be in their backline, she can be with you, she can be flanking, whatever. That's like a standalone kind of person. She will probably have a flake, okay? Same with Hood. He will sometimes be in main, sometimes be on an angle, sometimes develop from their backline for an ult. Like he's also like fluctuating around the map. Sometimes he might appear here and help you out, but you can't really like rely on him because he's gameplay loop is like very selfish, right? Same as we do. So you kind of played 3+2, and then your second support, you can rely on your second support to be here, but sometimes your second support can be fucking here, or like doing some shit, or DPSing, you know what I mean? It depends. But ideally, of course, your second support should care for you, but in ranked, sometimes it doesn't happen. But these people, like, you know that their gameplay loop is going to revolve around this. That's what you can rely on your rank for sure. Lower rank, it also depends. Okay, so first of all, we have to understand what type of abilities do you have. Like, it's very important. The thing is, when you play the game a lot, you kind of enter the autopilot mode. You know that feeling when you kind of like autopiloting, right? You don't really care much. It's not like you don't even care. It's more like it gets so repetitive. You don't really feel the importance of the HP of the shield, or like let's say I would tell you that you go into this game, you have only one life, right? And they also have only one life. Let's say this whole thing, everyone has one life, or let's say it's like an overtime fight. This is where you have this pressure inside, and you have this feeling, oh shit, like I can't die. You play like a bit more careful, you use your cooldowns more mindfully, you know, you enter the state where you care more, and you enter out of that autopilot mode, right? So that's important to try to not autopilot, especially on supports, but even overall reminding yourself of what your kid does, right? So you have, first of all, one of the most important, what would be like the most important ability from Invis, like the most important?
Depends on the situation. Let's say my tank is low HP, right? In that case, I would really need the shield, because the shield makes it so that I can heal them up faster. But if there's no ult incoming, like a strange ult, I would say it's my push and pull, so I can push them away. Or if I have like a flyer on the enemy team, I would say it's the gravity, so I can keep them on the ground.
Okay, I mean, yeah, that's a good answer, right? Like that means that you understand that like every strengths of every ability and when to apply it, right? So that's good. The thing is that I would say that the way I see it is that your shield is the most important because it's your self-sustain tool. Because what is the most important for a support?
To stay alive?
Yes, to stay alive, exactly. Like, you know this for sure, that like if the support is dead, it's kind of GG. Like, you can have like, I don't know, 3 people that here, 3 people that here, but if here is one support and here like both supports are dead, you will probably win 3v3, right? Just because of like how important support is, right? So that's why I think that shield is the most important, because it's your self-sustained tool. So you have to, like, when you're thinking about your shield, you have to make sure that you have a proper shield economy, right? Where if you have your shield fully and it's on a full uptime, 500 HP or whatever, you could be playing in a position where you don't really care about people starting to shoot you or whatever. You can care for yourself, right? Or like a diver, for example. If your shield is broken, that means that you have to play safer, maybe go into an invis, wait for a bit, you know, don't show yourself, cut this like attention, line of sight, whatever, right? So it's like the first priority for you to make sure that you stay alive. Okay. Second priority would be playmaking, right? Making the difference on the map. The difference on the map, it would be your pull, your primary ability, and shift kind of too, but realistically pull is like the most playmaking ability that you have. There is tempo. I'm pretty sure you know, right? Sometimes you have a stalemate, that's called like just a frontline clash, you know, they're just like kind of feasting each other, okay? And then there would be sometimes you pushing forward and they backing off, right? Sometimes it would be them pushing you and you kind of backing off. So this is an idea of turns, you know, yeah, momentum, turn, spacing, whatever. Like, they make a turn, you stable, or like you make a turn, they stable. I'm pretty sure you know all of those terms. Yes. The thing is that with your pull, you can impact during those times. So let's say you are pushing and they are pulling, because I mean they can sustain. This is where you can pull them back, right? Creating a kill, right? Say with they're pushing you, you can. And you're pulling, you can push them back, or their front line, their mag, or their Emma before she diamond, right? Push them back to like create this distance and keep your team safe, right? Does it make sense? Same with divers, and like you can also use it as like a self-sustain ability, whatever. So pull is also very important, and you have to use it as a difference maker. How could we use it as a difference maker? Mostly it comes from map and space management. So let me go over the
people of the high ground, so they don't have the space.
That too, that's like a good example of it. I will simplify it and then we can go a bit deeper. So simplifying it would be, the example of it would be, let's say this is Spider Islands, right? This is the first corner, right? You always have to think about 90-degree angles and then long corridors, like long sidelines. And then next 90-degree angle right here. Then next 90-degree angle would be like here, here, here. Like all of these angles are very important for your pull or push gameplay loop, right? This is like the vertical line. So we have like verticality and horizontal. Like horizontal is like front to back on the ground. Verticality is like high grounds, elevations, whatever. You gave a good example. Let's say there is a tank on midtown, whatever, flanking you from top. You can pull him down, right? Great. You completely denied him the high ground. Same with like flankers or whatever. If it's low ground though, 90-degree angles are your tool, like the tool is the pull, but like they are your indicators where your pull could get max value. So let's say the card is here, they're making a turn, you stable the turn here. Let's say your thing is here, he fell back a little bit, you healed him full, and now he's stabled, and now he's pushing them back. So now those tanks are gonna try to go behind this 90-degree angle. Make sense? This is where your pull would be the most valuable, right? You see the tank backtracking to the corner, you pull him back, you put a shift, right? Now you make a difference. You created an opportunity for you to kill him, right? Same with the shift. You already probably know that shift is good against flyers, right? Like shift is probably good against divers if you put it like on the floor and you kind of stay in it and patty cake with your support. There are like multiple uses, but also it's a very good tool to use in areas like this 90-degree corners when enemies swing for a turn, right? It not only like slows them down a little bit, but it does AoE damage, which transfers into your ult charge, right? And that would be the last ability that you have. I mean, obviously double jump, but I'm not gonna go into double jump. It's like super simple. There isn't much to explain, obviously, right? Double jump.
You can
but
follow up with your team or
yeah, like it's a double jump. There's like so many ways you can use it. It's like super simple. I'm pretty sure you're like high enough rank for me to like not go over this. But the last ability we really need to go over is your Invisult. And the most important part before you even talk about Invisult is charging the Invisult, right? So charging the Invisult is detrimental for your team success because the ult charges so fast, or like the opportunity to charge the ult compared to like a Luna is much higher because of how the ult works, right? Like the ult charge works. You can cleave a lot of people. The ult charge is relatively lower. The number to get the ult is lower than Luna. I'm pretty sure it's lower than Loki after the nerf. No, I'm pretty sure it's like one of the fastest charging ults, right? It's kind of the same idea as with Rocket. You heal AoE, you have AoE abilities, so every time you maximize the ability usage, and this ability usage would be your shift, you get a bit more percentage squeezed out of every usage. That means you can have faster ult, that means that you can sometimes save your team. And I'm pretty sure you remember a lot of fights where you were like 95, and if you would have your ult, you would win, right? And this is exactly where this mentality comes in of making max value, like squeezing maximum value out of your whole kit, right? And that transfers into you having faster ult, or like the fastest possible ult gaining. which will help you make a difference in the game. Having that ult when it's needed, right? Like squeezing the most value so you get it. When I don't know if you watch Saipe, right? But the thing about Saipe, he's squeezing so much value out of his abilities, like the way he shields, the way he shifts, pulls, to the point where his numbers, his damage numbers, his healing numbers, his ults, they're just on average much higher than his opponents, so he makes a difference. That's why he's rank 1, like playing Invis or like playing other supports, so often. He has like 1, 2, 3, 5 accounts, like top 10, right?
So I should use Invis more than Cloak right now, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. In this current meta, Invis is a great tool, great hero, but also it will teach you how to win games, how to make the difference, because you see here you have your whole kit can make a difference and impact the game, while with Cloak your impact tool, let's be honest, is just like the wall, like the amplifier, the blind, I forgot the word. Yeah, so and let's be honest, the blind is like, yeah, you kind of blinded them, but if your team didn't really follow up on this, there isn't much you can do. So the game is kind of out of your hands, right? So that's why I think Invis will, like, if you really like refresh, basically like go back to zero on Invis and kind of relearn Invis in this new mentality of like squeezing max value and changing the game, impacting the game, you can easily just be high rank on Invis, and then this mentality will transfer to other heroes too, and overall make you a better player. So now let's start watching. Oh, and also I forgot to tell you, when we were talking about the shield is one of the most important tools of space management, like having more space on the map. So if you're here and you have a player here, you shielding that player and prioritizing shielding that player for when he swings for more damage, or when he's being shot and you shield him, right? This allows him to sustain this angle, which gives you more map control, right? Does it make sense?
I've been noticing that I've been spamming shield a little bit on Invis too much.
So that is important to see your shield not only as healing your frontline ability, but more like sustaining an angle ability, enabling an angle ability, making a difference on this 1v1 that he is taking with your shield. Yesterday I was playing, my team forced me to fucking play a map in scrims, right? And what I was doing is that we were playing Storm and Bucky, like whatever spawn break. So what I would do is that I would only keep my shield to put it on Storm when we're swinging and focusing a target, right? So she's not only amplified, she does a lot of damage, but also it's like the biggest squishy, plus my shield amplifies. So by mindfully managing my ability resource for this win condition, I was amplifying like my win condition, right? So it was Storm. Sometimes it would be let's say Widow on an angle, all right? Like my Widow is like on this angle and she wants to take an angle, so I would prioritize, or at least try to prioritize having a shield for him on this angle, which will help him sustain this angle, which will help him take, and like this is again the thought process that I go through in the beginning of the game, right? Or like when he just picks out the hero, I already plan for it. So that way planning is the key in everything, even in gameplay. So you already planning the usage of your abilities allows you to be less overwhelmed in the moment and knowing your objectives. And then maybe it can improve, I don't know how much you call, but it could improve your callouts in the game. If you're gonna go like high rank and you're gonna be in high rank lobbies, you should be calling something sometimes, right? You could be saying, I have a shield for you, you can play on this angle, right? Or you can say, no shield anymore, careful, right? Or sometimes you could like, or like let's say they're walking and they're backtracking, you're like, I'm gonna pull them when they back, right? Like I'm gonna pull them, wait for it, look for it, right? Or all of those things that we talked about, they can be transferred in your communication, which overall makes you impact the game even more. Okay, but for now we're not going to be talking about comms. It was just an example. So kind of having this like baseline of all of your abilities, plus knowing that you have a hero that you could be using your shield for, also gives us the overall plan. So from the get-go, shift in the neutral, fine. You see, doing some damage, like, it's fine. Just have to again make sure that you don't over spam your abilities for no reason. So now the card is there, so the frontline clash will not happen long. This is a perfect time to get some ult charge. If the card would be here and they would be swinging, this shift would be bad, because nothing is happening in front. When something will be happening in front, your shift will be needed, right? So again, every time we're going to be looking at your abilities, we're going to assess the value of your cooldowns. Okay, so you're getting dove, you peel for this guy. Let's see if that was his mistake. Let me see. So what happened? You pulled back, he shifted. Yeah, I mean, it was on him, that there wasn't much you could do, so that's unlucky. This shift was bad. So we already see that here, like, nothing is happening. This guy already died, right? So nothing is gonna happen. Like, do we have no pressure, you see? So this shift is like whatever. It's like,
wanted to squeeze some ultimate charge with
yeah,
that.
exactly. But you see, the problem is that you are 5v6. So any second now, right? Like any second now, they might squeeze, like they might over push you, or like try to snowball the value, and it can happen like in 6 seconds. But the shield cooldown is 12 seconds. So if before it wasn't really that, that's why I said, right, like that shift was fine, because nothing will be happening. Here though, in the next 12 seconds, a lot can happen, so it's very important to keep your cooldown. And we're gonna probably see a lot this game where you're kind of throwing your abilities without thinking to like maximize them a lot, right? I mean, here it's fine. It's yeah, and
I try to not do it.
yeah, and that's the problem. You see, if you really want to high rank, you need to make sure that, because it's a bad habit, right? And some players, they autopilot with good habits while being good players. So their autopilot ranks them up. Does it make sense? Do I make even sense when I'm saying this, right? Like they're just good, but so they autopilot and they look good. So you have to make sure that you, when you come to play, like every session, you play 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know how much brain capacity you have, until you start autopilot, or until you feel fatigued to kind of think about all this, being aware of like angles of your job, of everything. And when you feel that like, oh, like I'm starting to autopilot, like it's too much, my brain is like fatigued, then you kind of stop the session on your main. Then you can maybe play on your smurf and just have fun, just enjoy, just autopilot, right? But like if we're really wanting to like rank up, every game you have to come in like fully locked in, analyzing the comp, trying to squeeze value with every single cooldown, being aware of what's happening on the map, and that will kind of break those bad habits, right? So
Flame shield. I spy some bad guys.
let's see. The problem is your Widow is kind of playing it wrong, because your Widow could already be playing this area, right? And if your Widow would be playing this area, you could be already thinking about having your shield saved up for her on this angle, but no one really doing that, so unfortunate.
Every little bit helps.
Again, another shift, you see, no value. Like how could we squeeze value? Like you're playing in this position, you don't know what's gonna happen. What could be your anchors that we talked about? 90-degree angle, right? So what could be happening around this 90-degree angle, right? You can either, I will show this like this. So this 90-degree angle is your anchor for your shift and for your pull. So it would be, let's say, enemies playing in this area. This is already an opportunity for you to squeeze value, because they can't really push you too deep, And then if you start pushing them and they will backtrack, you see this area, like a long ass area for them to go to the next corner. This is area where your shift and your pull will gain maximum value. Same as, let's say, if they will be over pushing you, for example, and then backtracking, you pushing on this 90-degree angle and shifting this 90-degree angle will squeeze most value. So now in this position, you don't know what's going to happen, but you're already kind of planning ahead. Like, okay, this is the area where I will try to squeeze max value, right? You get your shift, you kind of send it, again, autopilot, not thinking much, right? And again, playing more proactive. So here, this guy, that's it. That's value. You see, we just discussed it. 90-degree angle, he stepped in this area, so now he's like low HP, so that means if his team is there, you see? Now he will have... Yes, exactly. This is where, like, for you right now, you have to double jump aggressively, pull him with a shift behind his back. Yeah, he probably has this broken ass ability, okay? He does. But you... Yeah, like he's gonna probably survive. He's gonna press shift, probably survive. But that's not the point though, right? Like you still force him to shift, okay? He might still make a mistake or like whatever. It forces him to use ability, it creates pressure on the map, right? Like you're not really just standing there like heal botting passively. You're trying to make a difference. What if he gets pulled here, shifted, and then he shifts, but instead of going high here, which is a correct play, he tries to shift behind this corner. And it doesn't let him because the distance is pretty far and like he's gonna get sold in this corner. Like let's say, great, you just changed the pace of the game. You killed him. Of course, this example is a bit forced. He would probably still be fine, but that's just the mentality that you have to have, right? Again, the whole sequence should look like this. You lost a person, right? You're backtracking, thinking to push them away if they overwhelm you. Back to the 90-degree corner, you stabilized, everything is fine. Now if you're waiting for your 6 to come back from the base. If they're gonna come close to this corner and be in this tunnel area, you will play proactively and try to punish them for this. If no one is gonna come here and nothing is gonna happen, okay, no problem, we're gonna wait for the 6, we're gonna take a new fight. So you're playing for the 90-degree corner, you should not be using the shield. Shift here, double jump, pull, insta, right? Break his wall, pull him, right? Like this again, you see? Yes, he has a shift, but he is over swinging. This is the opportunity for you to punish him. He's swinging too far, alone, on the 90-degree corner. This is your opportunity to pull him, right? But
I can see that.
Right? Yeah, like you're already starting to see like all of these opportunities where you could have changed. If he swings, you pull him into a shift, it uses his shift, and probably instead of going here, he plays here only because he has an ability. And he has an ability because the ability wasn't forced. So again, you see snowballs into him playing this map and snowballing his advantage. So even on the support, you could be changing the pace of the game. Okay, okay, so shield. Okay, so now we had a pick. You stabled your team well. Okay, now you have an ability, right? You should be walking forward with your team, trying to punish them, because again, 90-degree angles, they don't have a support. Can they stable here? Probably not, right? Without a support, no way. So the next corner where they will be trying to back off to would be this area. So all of this area is your opportunity to pull them back. Make sense?
Yes.
Like all of this space is where you could be squeezing value. So you should be playing proactively. Now you should not be back off. Like you see, you're kind of heal botting again, and that's basically why your rank fluctuating, because you're not actively looking to change the pace of the game. You're kind of healing people around you, hoping that they're gonna make the difference, right? But I mean, it's rank, people don't make a difference, so the game is out of your control. So you're kind of like a victim of a system. If the system gave you decent players, sure. If the victim gave you some trolls, GG unlucky, whatever. If here you would be playing proactively, looking, you see, look how much opportunities we have right now. You see, shift there on this corner, pull 1, 2, 3 people, boom, all of them. You see, instantly, like all of the pace of the game is changed just because of your play as a support. Make sense? And you're again playing pretty defensively here, right? At this point, it's been a minute into the game. We didn't see a single pull. Make sense?
Yeah.
We saw a bunch of shifts, right? But not a single pull. And the shifts were probably for the ult charge, but again, could have been squeezed much more value from. Okay, now we're approaching your ult. How do you see your ult? Like, do you think about your ult much? Like, how would be using your ult?
Well, either if my team gets my whole team gets low HP and I have to be forced to use it defensively, or if they use a big DPS ult.
I mean, not not overall, like in this matchup, because overall there is a lot of ways, but now you're in this game, you press tab, you look what they have. What are your immediate thoughts? What ult do you want to counter instantly with your ult?
I'll say best scenario it would if maybe the White Fox, because she gets slowed down in the ultimate. Or
White Fox, you have to think about value. Do you what is the value of your ult that is comparable? What value of your ult comparable to the value of enemy team? I would say this ult can be compared value wise to a Luna, right? Let's be honest, it's
yes.
yeah, 1-to-1. Jubilee, yeah, Jubilee probably yes. The thing is, would you agree? I'm not sure if you agree, but Fox ult is probably one of the weaker support ults, because you can just pop it, break it down, right? So we already kind of feel that, let's say if Luna, I'll just do it like this, so
I would usually keep my support ult for one of their support ults or DPS ult if it's a star ult or something. But in this matchup, it's I cannot keep my ult for the Elsa because she's just gonna knock them out of it.
For sure.
I cannot keep it for the Iron Fist because that would be kind of a waste, I feel personally.
It depends. It depends. Sometimes you would have to. But yeah, I do agree that you see here, do you agree that 1-to-1 value for sure, not even asked? If they Luna ult, you feel free to invis ult most of the time. You don't even question it, okay? The second we go here, I mean, this was a Jubilee ult. Do I even have a Jubilee here? I don't. I'll have to add it.
You could run over the team, even
yeah, but
sure.
Yeah, sure. Jubilee, we could still say that we could still say that it's fine. It won't be a waste. It won't feel you won't feel bad about ulting. No one will say anything about this ult. Someone could be saying, oh, you could have squeezed the value or kited it, whatever. But let's be honest, it's whatever. But the second we see this, would you agree that now it feels something not really 1-to-1 value? I would say something 0.8-ish value. The value of the ult is lower. The same way you feel iffy about ulting into a Iron Fist, because you feel that the ult is not really that great, right? So you feel if you would just he pops an ult and you insta pop an ult without thinking, you feel you lost the value. So you treat it not as one. Make sense?
It's probably the best to keep it for the Luna.
Yeah. So of course, ideally you would want to keep it for the Luna. You would want to potentially keep it for the Jub. You wouldn't really want to match the Fox. You would ask your team or hope that your team wouldn't need it to match against a Iron Fist. Also, Elsa, you don't want to ult. This is just just don't.
It's like
Okay,
most
ideally.
of the time your teammates get
Yes.
pulled out of it anyway.
Yes. Sometimes you could ult if you see an opportunity and you're in a position where like you see that she cannot backtrack anymore and you know that it's gonna end in this like area and you put it like on top of them, but like it requires like a moment. But like usually overall you kind of feel that this is not really the ult that you're looking for. Then we have hood ult. What do you think about the hood ult?
Honestly, I think either you kite it or your team destroys it fast enough.
So again, same kind of things, right? Like that,
Yes.
like here and here. Sometimes, of course, in the moment when you feel like he hood ults and you already bled like everywhere a little bit on the map and you feel like there is nowhere to kite it, you will still press it. I'm pretty sure you're enough rank to kind of feel it. But just like planning wise, you would ideally want to sustain your own position and kind of sustain your team in a way that they don't need it here and you just match it 1-to-1 here, right? And that's kind of the baseline, and you should be, again, if you're not autopiloted, right, you should be mid-game pressing tab, kind of expecting what you want to use your ult for, okay? Right, so now you have your ult, we identified the ult, so let's see how it's gonna be played.
That topped me off. Thanks.
Feeling fantastic. Force burst. You stop it.
Again, now this shift is bad. Why? You already have your ult, right? Again, autopiloting. Okay, like again, not needed.
Feeling fantastic.
So where could you be using your shift here? This for sure.
That's when they
This for sure, instantly.
maybe cut off a off angle for them.
Yes, this for sure. You see this guy, he swings at you, you put a shift here, right? Perfect. Like you will not be able to like just easily walk through it, or he will needs to like chill, like ask for heals, and if he goes through it like a dumbass, you can even pull him in even more, right? It creates you a playmaking opportunity, but for that we need our shift, and you don't have it, right? So yep. That's again a bit autopiloting, right? Put the shield, forget about it, right? But it's minor thing, but again, just shows that you're not fully locked in the moment.
Now that you're saying it, yeah.
So you see,
Visible?
this could be your shift too. Position your shift, right? And now it's gonna be harder for him to do it for free, right? This could be a peeling tool for you, right?
Targeted for
Okay,
I've got your back.
still playing front to back, still healing, everything is fine. So this looks, for now, this looks very good. I mean, your position on your map and like the way you guys play, this should feel like a winnable game, right? Let's see what happens.
Pull. You stop them in their tracks. Heat it up. Feel the pull.
Again, not needed.
Let's heat it up.
Every little bit helps.
So you're saying, like, from what I'm seeing right now, I'm spamming too many cooldowns and it's not needed. And
You should use your cooldowns with the goal of making a difference. None of those shifts made any difference whatsoever. Make sense? So it's just the mentality that not only your shift, your shields, your pulls, your invis ult, they should be either used properly. For example, this is a proper invis ult, right? Or they should be used like your shift, your pull in the areas and moments in the game, like those slight couple of seconds where they will make a difference. People are backtracking, for example, or whatever, right? Or let's say this Elsa off-angling and you blocking the angle, that makes a difference. Now it pulls him back to main, it slows his game down, right? Because if he opens an angle, what happens? That means that you are gonna pull back because he opened an angle on you. If you pull back, that means that this guy cannot sustain this angle, or sorry, this corner as a tank, because you're a bit too far, right? Like everything has a consequence, so you maximizing your abilities will allow you to have more control and making more difference in the game.
That helps.
I'm vulnerable.
Then, yep, sure.
so let's say, right, let's say there's the hood open, right?
Mm-hmm.
would you still tell me to pick Invis over the Hood Enhanced Cloak and Dagger, as example?
I mean, everyone is like just sending this propaganda towards me about this team up and like telling me like
Oh, no, I
campfire
was just
stories.
asking.
No, I'm not saying it that. I'm like mostly talking even to my stream that like my whole stream is like, guys, you're screaming. Why are you not playing this? Like we tried it. It didn't feel that good. So I'm not sure like how valuable the team up is to play this hero that does everything over a cloak. But I do believe that if you have it or your team asks for it, sure, just go cloak. You can apply the same mentality that we're talking about because the hero is like 10 times easier, and I'm pretty sure you got it,
I was
right?
just wondering because everyone says that the new team up is like broken kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly, and everyone is telling me that it's broken, and I'm just not sure because I'm not a ranked player, right? And I haven't really seen the power of it in screams, but we also didn't really scream good teams, you know what I mean? So I might be not aware, but if it's true and if you feel the power of it and if people in ranked feel it, you shouldn't be like saying no, I won't because like I've been told to play Invis. Of course you can go, sure, like if it's asked. The thing is, you just have to apply the same mentality on cloak, right? Making sure that you use your amplified healing wall when it's needed. When, for example, you are like on a 90-degree corner, they're swinging you, right, to amplify healing. Let's say the same way, like you're swinging and making a turn, you're using a blind. Like just making sure that you apply the same mentality as we're discussing in this VOD right now to cloak. Which is much easier, and just play cloak, no problem. But when it's possible, try to play Invis, because with Invis you can actually impact the game. And I'm showing you like so many ways right now, right, where you could be impacting the way, right? And of course, feel free to play cloak if it's suited in the moment, and or if people asking, no problem. Another example, yeah. Yeah, sure. That's the team up. If it's strong and you feel it, and like it showed success in your ranked games, and you've been ranking up with it, sure, why not, right? Just make sure you don't autopilot. That's like the main priority and like kind of the goal of this VOD. Look, this guy. What do you like instantly? What should like instantly go in your head? Exactly. Exactly. Instantly. You see him here, you double jump towards him, not away, like you're not backtracking. You double jump in the air, you pull him back, okay? And then when he's pulled back, he's gonna be shifting away in some of these areas, here or here, right? Like you pull him back, he's like, oh shit, he's gonna like shift away, and you put a shift behind his back. That creates a playmaking option for you to punish his play and make a difference on the map, right? And now again we're not creating this difference, right? Whatsoever, we're letting them do this, and look, you see, we're all backtracking right now. So we lost the space. You see, you have to understand everything, every small detail compounds into bigger consequences. He goes at an angle, your guys are totally fine. He doesn't damage, like, you have to understand, there is 0 damage main. He is here, this guy's LARPing on that angle, like this fucking pedo character, right? There is no damage whatsoever main. If you're just able to stay here for free and sustain this angle, they can never walk past these tanks for no reason without this guy helping him. But now this guy, without being punished, pressures you guys. Okay, because he pressures you, you guys are like backtracking, and because you guys are backtracking, they're slowly compounding the damage, because their supports are healing for free. Look at their supports. You see, their supports is close, right? And they're just pumping heals in their front line. You see, perma, non-stop. You guys are being distracted, being pushed back, having, you see, a trap there, like multiple sources of damage. So slowly over time it compounds into you guys losing a corner or losing space, right? Makes sense? And you could have changed it with your kit on a support, so you could have made a difference right here in that moment, right? I mean, another shift that's like the usual shifts, right?
I'm noticing it now.
It's fine. That's the point of the VOD, right? Okay. Jubilee ult. We traded it for Invis ult. Okay, I'm not sure if it was communicated with them, with another Luna, sorry, with another support in your team, so you don't double ult, but that's fine. So we discussed it. That's fine. That like kind of goes into our plan, that it's like a nice ult, 1-to-1 Jubilee, no problem. You ult, you instantly go Invis, that's fine, so you don't get found or killed through, everything is okay. And now they're gonna be walking at you with a bad ult. If it's like a scream environment, that's a very bad ult, you could just like back off. Then you can just shift here, pull them back, and just kite. It's a rank, so your Luna is probably gonna match. Okay, your Luna matches.
Thanks so much.
Okay, you go Invis, you don't need to do anything because the Luna is ulting, everything is fine. Okay. Now you just have to make sure that... okay, you just... I mean, everything is fine here. Let's see how you could be using your pull here. Could you use your pull better? And you don't really care about pulling this guy. Okay, now he ults. You could easily pull him. Sorry, boop him. Like after this,
Pull him back.
yeah, like boop him back, like there, right? So,
A little help.
I don't remember.
yeah. But you see, you did it. Yeah, you did it a bit too late. Yeah, I want you to boop him, but here. So you have to be again mindful about. He used his ult. He used his reflect. Okay, that's where you could squeeze value from your ability. Push him away. It will force him to use more cooldown. Maybe help you sustain. But yeah, I mean, as usual, the speed the character ults and somehow you lose the fight. It's just like typical. I don't know. This character needs to be removed from the game. And then you... No, I swear I hate this character. This is just like the worst character design possible. Okay, typical shift, but now it's fine, I guess, for some ult charge. But even though, like, I would want you to shift here. Something like this, you know? Like, you can't really afford... When you're recontesting like this, you're, like, let's be honest, you're in a disadvantage, right?
Seconds left.
So when you're in a...
Maybe went to the left side with the widow instead of going the main door.
The thing is, you kind of need to be with your core. Because if you go there alone now and these people collapse on you, yeah, Luna is going to be alone, you're going to be alone. If there is something and here's something, people who are touching will have no heals. So if you want to go there, it has to be like team going there. For sure. Like left is probably better, but it has to be together as a team. In ranked sometimes, you know, you can't really affect it, so you being here, it's like fine. Not that big of a deal. But what you have to do is that when you're recontesting in the disadvantage, you have to make sure that you just don't waste your ability. Every ability, because you're already in a disadvantage, has to try and swing that, you know, make sure that you either stable yourself to like a 50-50 environment or make a difference, like pull someone in or like shift an area to not let them disengage or whatever. And here again, you're just kind of sending it, just not really prioritizing the value of an ability, right? So instead, you could have shifted this area. So yeah, I mean, it wouldn't really force this guy out, but it would definitely make him bleed, right? And make him getting like lower and shit, and like maybe it would have made a difference. Okay, nice push away, that is fine. Playing on your shield, it is also fine. Touching because they didn't touch, okay, that's fine. Is there any changes? Yeah, I mean, that was fine. And now you swap to Rocket. I mean, I don't think we should be watching Rocket. We can just focus on Invis. Let's see till which point you play Invis. I think till the end, but we can watch attack. Let's see if you could have made any difference on attack here. So it's the same... it's the same comp, just now they're playing strange, so now you already talked about it, right? Being mindful about keeping your ability for his ult when he gets it, and keeping your shield as well if he's gonna like ult someone. Yeah, so that's
one strange what he hit because I didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna happen. It's just like the mentality that when you're locked in, you walk out, you see, you press tab, you're giving yourself already that like rules that you should follow, so you don't forget about them in the game, right? Like I have to like think about that. I have to think about. I mean, the rest stuff we already discussed, right? Nothing really changed, so the game kinda goes the same. Let's see where you could squeeze value here on attack. Especially on attack, you could be squeezing even more value from like 90-degree angles, because people are going to be like backtracking. Let's say we will push the card here, we will push, these people are going to be backtracking. This is where you can double jump, pull them in, shift them in, on the corner, right? And that type of stuff. Okay, be the character on you.
What is the best thing you can do?
I got you covered.
Autopilot, I guess, mode. How do you know the best, if it makes sense?
Come in fresh into a gaming session. So sit on your PC, come in fresh, and understand, do you feel like you want to play? Do you have the passion? You know, sometimes you sit on your PC and you have so much passion, you want to like just go into the game. You know that feeling?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have that feeling, go in and play with that feeling, thinking about all of this, like enjoying, having a good time, until there is going to be a game where like you want to fucking just uninstall the game, okay? And then when the game happens, you turn off your main account, and then if you still want to play but you feel like your passion got killed, just go on your like Smurf, you know? Just have a second account where you just don't care about rank. You're just playing, enjoying, streaming, and having fun, and you can autopilot all you want because you don't really care, right? But then if you really want to hit like high rank on an account that you are your main account that you want to like hit high rank, you need to only play games when you're fully passionate. This is when you won't be autopiloting. Again, that's not the time to push. Sorry, to pull, right? You need to wait for us to push a card a little bit, for all of us to put a little bit more pressure on them, and then kind of get a little bit closer to this 90-degree angle. You see right here, this is the area where you want to pull someone in. Does it make sense? Like you're pulling a little bit too early, and now he just uses the jump pack and then shield, and now you see, look how they're gonna be backtracking. You will see the opportunity to pull right now. You see, like all of this is opportunities for you to pull, right? Because we're like, yeah, but you're wasted, so it's on cooldown, so you kind of miss the 90-degree angle. So here you could be pushing a little bit more aggressively, and here you could be like double jump, pull them in on this like 90-degree corridor like fashion, you know, same thing. Now you're a bit too far from your team. This is bad. Remember what we talked about here?
Not be too far?
Yes. This is a mistake. So here, I mean, I understand you're pushing card, but when this happens, you should be looking to jump towards your team. This is safety, right? And you're jumping like on the side, yes. And I mean, again, it works. You went invis. This guy can't invis you, but you should still be looking to jump towards your team, because you see, because you're jumping there, Luna going to help you there, your DPS going there, and now it creates a disconnect here, which can also impact the value of this guy jumping. So if this guy jumped in, he didn't kill you, but you went on the side, you pulled your support on the side, the DPS kind of like pulling back, running. It might isolate this guy, right? So it's very important for you to identify if you have some type of formation and try to go towards your formation. Like safety is forward, not on a side, because your initial response is usually to, you know, get safe or just like run away, right? Yeah. And everyone will turn around, yeah. And if you go back, yeah, people will still turn around, but you're still keeping some type of formation. And here, if anything, you can save this guy if he overcommits too. So you have more control again over the game. So it's small things, but they always compound into you creating a difference in the game. By the way, this guy dies. But yeah, that's usually gonna happen in games. You push, you're all like, oh, we're winning, let's go. Some fucking diver jumps in, supports are like backtracking, trying to save themselves, everyone leaving frontline, and this guy doesn't even fucking understand that that's happening. He's alone, he dies, and then they come back, this diver stabilizes, and then they regain the momentum, and all of like, and the card is here. So you see, like, this guy did max value just because like, your team did the usual ranked move. Make sense? So if you would, I'm not saying you would have changed it. I think that the guy is still dead, but the mentality of you going towards your team, keeping yourself a bit more stacked, and having line of sight on this guy, maybe next time would create an opportunity to save him. Make sense? And that's important. And this, like, 1 time saving him or like 2 times saving him will make the difference in the game, the lost game and won game. Change the pace of the game, basically, right? But yeah, this is the stuff we discussed about, like, from the very beginning. Okay, again, another shift. Yeah.
Mistakes I'm doing.
Yeah, it's just called autopiloting, and everyone does it. Trust me, like, everyone does it. Even people I coach, people in MRC, coach people in lower Ignite that do that, okay? Like, only really good players, they autopilot with good habits and good understanding, so it looks good. But players who have bad habits or like repetitive mistakes, they just repeat them over and over and over again. It's very hard to have this like fresh, locked-in mentality perma when you're squeezing, I don't know, 10, 15 ranked games or 4 hours of scrims, okay? It's like, it's normal. What we're trying to fix now is you to get out of this mentality, relearn how to identify the value and squeeze that value, and then get that into your habits. And then if you would be autopiloting, you would be autopiloting good stuff. Okay. Again, same thing. We're pushing. This is 90-degree angle. This is not it. No, it's too far. No? You can't really. I think it's too far. If you see that it's yes. So now you should play for the next angle. So again, same thing we talked about on defense, but now reversed. 90-degree angle, right? Corridor. Okay. So people wide swinging here when the card is gonna push and your team is gonna be here, instantly creates you an opportunity to pull them behind this corner, put a shift here, and maybe create an opportunity to kill, right? Same way if we're gonna push up later and start to swing this corner and there will be people backtracking, this is where you can double jump, pull them in, put a shift, right? Again, everything around 90-degree corners, and there is a defensive like pull in to make it an aggressive turn, or an aggressive, like you're double jumping forward and not letting them stabilize. Okay, so let's see where we could look for this opportunity. Also, there are some targets that are more priority than others. For example, targets with no mobility, like Groot without a wall swinging here, or like Magneto, or like Emma without a diamond form swinging here, would be like a good opportunity for you to look for. Oh, sorry, the good target priority for you to look for. Targets like this and this, probably not gonna die, let's be honest. This guy will shift away, this guy will shift away, but at least you're forcing those cooldowns off, and this is value. This value then amplifies.
What am I?
Okay, so this guy's kind of annoying, staying behind the card. Okay, standing, again, identifying traps that you could play on your traps too, but this guy should put a trap here, not here, but yeah, identifying that the trap could help you out.
Much better.
Okay, nice trap. Okay, standing in your core. You see, it's so nice right now because you're in your core. You're fully like surrounded by your teammates. It's very hard for him to go. You're being peeled. That's amazing. That's basically what we're looking for. Just have to make sure you don't overcommit attention, because there is a lot of pressure happening forward. Right, so look.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
I was like,
yes,
oh, they're really close. Hold up.
So you see, keeping in mind that you have this guy on you. You turned. You made sure that here it's stable. You made sure that here it's stable. They got it. They got it. Your job is to turn back, do this, because you're a main healer. On Luna, maybe he could be like turning around, try to kill him, sure, but the main healer, like the main source of damage, healing, should be always making sure that you prioritize this, if this is covered for, that's it. They got it. This is our attention, because you didn't prioritize it here in the moment. This guy dies, right?
Look out behind you.
Yeah. Because again, priority of attention, right? And priority is settled. Sorry, not settled. The priority is realized by you in the beginning of the game, like, or the beginning of the round. You press tab, you see your tanks, you understand the roles. Everything we discussed here is basically what you should think about, that this is the priority, this is the priority. I should be like playing here, covering for this guy. Diver come in, okay, he is not a problem anymore, back to your main priority. Okay, and those situations will happen much less, where you kind of sell your tank. This is good, I like it. Making a turn on an angle to turn a lost fight into a one fight. Perfect, amazing. This is really good. This is like, here you made a difference. Okay, like this is an example of like a very good play where you make a difference. I don't know who called it or like whatever, but this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. If you wouldn't be here, if you would like, I don't know, just kind of not even understand that this is an opportunity, whatever, he would probably go ult, die, and that's it. Because you were with him, you changed the pace of the game. So you turned a somewhat lost fight into a one fight, right? By proper positioning, proper resource management, everything. Okay, so they're gonna... Let's see how you position here. So...
I got you covered.
Now you should flip. Okay. I like it. Everything is fine. Yeah, that's ambitious. Okay, that's ambitious, but you should probably look to shield this guy on an ult to give him damage boost, right? But like, that's ambitious. I guess I respect it.
The vehicle reached
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
was a total blind.
I didn't look at
Stick
these
to one.
boys.
Yeah, I mean, wait, did he even understand what's happening? I swear he... Ooh. Okay, yeah, that was funny, but...
Thanks for the love.
This stuff
Okay, let's
should
see.
be punished for, but I don't get punished for.
No, I mean, you wouldn't be punished for. You have an invis ult. If anything, you can jump inside. You had your space back, so you would go invis.
Behind the shield.
Every
and
little
his-
bit helps.
Oh, it does go.
Yeah, but you have double jump back. You had already double jump back, so if anything, you double jump inside and you're fine. But yeah, I appreciate the effort trying to kill him. That was good.
You're halfway there.
So okay,
Now I see them.
healing front to back. This is where you could... we don't have shift as usual, alright. You're basically playing without the shift ability. Like, at this point, you might as well just, like, unbind it, you know?
Okay, I see.
I am ready.
Yeah, but then here, like, when you see this engagement, right, put the shift on the ground, try to play around your shift, you know, like patty cake with your supports to make it much harder for him to just kill.
To put on a show first.
Again, this is a perfect example where you could use your combo shift plus E to stall their like pace. Okay, so here
I am ready to.
Luna ult, insta double jump, because like they will walk on you. Like you can always expect people to walk with a Luna ult. Double jump, shift, pull them away. Push them away. Boom, push, max win, and then back off, stable your team, full chill, right? And then maybe, and again, it's like a small thing, right? A small thing, but it might let this guy kind of not get overwhelmed and see that he doesn't even need to match it, because this is a dog shit ult. It's a bad ult, right? So you could probably, by just making a play, being again locked in, mindful about squeezing the most value. This is the 90-degree angle. This is like the next 90-degree angle. This is the corridor they're pushing, so you could shift and pull them, push them away, right? You're doing your usual kind of gameplay loop, being locked in. That could potentially make this guy not press. And imagine the like advantage you would get. You would kite it off, right? And then next you could push this piece of the map just with any Luna ult that you got, just because you did two button press. Make sense? It's just about on the topic of every small detail is important, and then when you're locked in and making sure that you're squeezing most value. Wait, what? What? How?
I want
Yeah,
to
basically.
him on the top.
No, I know, but like, why his shield? Oh, he's looking there. Oh, I see. I thought he was looking there and the shield got pressed here. Okay, never mind. But yeah, what I was saying is that like that every small thing can compound. Now you just get sold by your Luna. But also, let's see, could you...
I wanted
Okay.
to amplify the hood right there. That wasn't...
Yeah, and then, yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
In hindsight, it looked bad, but like thinking about your like whole like sequence of events, I don't think you necessarily did anything bad. I think your Luna was just like fully unaware, so it's like it's kind of a mistake, but it's not really that deep. So it's like whatever. In hindsight, it's easy to say that it's a mistake, but in the moment, I don't think you could have known that like you're gonna die because of this. So
That one hurts. I suck.
okay, so again, 90-degree angle past this boulder, right? No, not him. Him is like, I don't think you pull him. Let me see. He reflects. Yeah, I mean, there's it's a very hard pull. You would have to like double jump and hit precisely in this moment, and he's pretty fast. No, I'm saying more like he's out, he's stabling, so that means that you have like a couple of seconds where you're gonna be completely free and you will be walking. You have to make sure that past this corner, you're looking for an opportunity to pull or shift or something to make a difference in this area, right? The same gameplay loop that we've been discussing. So you can't because this guy's engaging. Okay.
That one hurts.
Okay, push him away. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. You got your ult. Okay, now you have to use your ult for the next amplifier. Ideally is to use it in a way that amplifier is not inside of it, right? So they have to kind of like walk. But it's not that big of a deal, like you can just kind of rip it. Your Widow should be, yes, damage boosted, that's a priority, yes, keep spamming, okay. So like overall, like your shield usage I would say is the best, your shift usage is the worst, and your pull you underuse it, like you don't really know how to make a difference with it. Okay, went invis.
Thanks so much.
Okay, I like this position.
Dive kind of thing.
Yeah, but as you can see now, there is like so much more that you could be squeezing value from. I like this positioning. Going invis instantly after hearing it, assessing the situation that you are not the one being dove. Going into this, pushing her away. Yeah, I mean, this sequence you played perfectly. This is a perfect sequence. Now, this Luna just had to... No, but like, your Luna, though, like, should look at... oh, never mind. It wasn't a mistake or anything. It was fine. Shouldn't have ulted it. You played it perfectly in neutral. It was totally fine. Nothing much you could have done, I think.
Flame shield.
So... Okay.
No worries. I've got your back. Force burst.
Again, nope. This is where you do this. This high ground, right?
Oh, yes.
Right? This high ground is the shift, so they can't white pick. And then if they white pick here, so you put a shift here, so they feel pressured picking this. And if they pick here, you pull them back. So now he's forced to shift behind the card. So now when he's touching the card, he has no shift. Makes sense? So now, but with like now you max win utilize both of your cooldowns to the full potential. Instead, you I mean the usual, we can call it the Saphira shift, right? And then the Saphira shift, and then like you were not looking for some value of the high ground. Okay, nice ult. Okay. Okay, no, it's fine. I mean, it's ranked. Like, if it's a scream, yeah, you popped early. If it's ranked, I would just fucking pop it and make sure not a like dumbass just dies randomly, right? Just kind of making sure that they don't die. To be honest, your problem right now is not your ult usage or like squeezing the ult. Or so far you never like panic ulted or like whatever. Your ults were like normal ults, 1-to-1 traded value, instantly went to invis to a safe position, everything is fine. Your problem is your neutral. Like you are just heal botting, not making a difference. So ults, you shouldn't really worry much about your ults. Let's see about your positioning. So after this, I would.
A thing.
Yeah.
That, especially within rank, right? I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, no worries.
Usually I'm more of a like passive person because I see it too often that when I try to make an aggressive play, that everything falls apart, and I feel bad about it, and then did
you know? Did you like? You see now, I gave you the like the anchors in your head of where and why you should be making such play, right? And it makes more sense in your head, right? And now, like before, I'm pretty sure the idea of aggressive play, if I would ask you what is an aggressive play, I don't think you would be able to explain me. Nothing about the map, the tempo, like none of this, right? Does it make sense? So of course, when you don't have a blueprint in your head of like what you should do, your aggressive play is like random. It's just random. Now, when you understand it more, it's not really an aggressive play. You're just squeezing value out of your abilities and creating opportunities in the game to change it from whatever to a winnable game, right? That's the difference. So even maybe calling it an aggressive play is not really a good word. What I would like you to do here, probably, like if we could improve this play, is for you when everything is stabled and now everything is fine, with the cooldown, actually you don't have a cooldown, so I don't think you can. Like I would want you to somehow end up here with your core to keep the formation, so you can keep your core alive, like here, or maybe at most like here, so you can keep your tanks and core alive, because now you have to choose. You see, from this angle you have to choose to either sustain this or this. And for invis, you don't really want it. Like if you would be here right now, you would be able to heal and cleave everything, right? Yeah. But I'm pretty sure like the way this fight went, I don't think you could have ended up there, so it's whatever. So unfortunately, just kind of like in a position where you can't squeeze like max value, because you see tanks on point. Did someone die on point? I'm pretty sure someone died. Oh, it was your Luna. Okay, so you just yeah, like that's what I'm saying. You see, to heal this guy, you would have like to stop healing these people and kind of like wide swing. But I mean, it's whatever. You were in this position for a reason, and you couldn't have ended up there, so it's whatever. So forget about it. I was just trying to see where we could have squeezed more value from your play. The vehicle reached the checkpoint. Okay, let's see. This point is one of the best points to get value from your invis, right? Because it has very, very distinguished 90 degree corners. Plus, you have this angle that can be easily like manipulated with your cooldowns, right? Like someone swings here, you shift plus pull him in this area or down or like whatever. It's very hard to kind of go back. So there's a lot of opportunities you could be looking for as an invis player. In this, like again, this happens, your instant response should be put a shield, shift this area instantly, right? Maybe even look for a pull. Yes, exactly. Okay, perfect. And then okay, hugging the corner. And so far, your, as I said, your shield usage is the best from your kit. Again, the pedo comes in. Now, so, so, yeah, I mean, I hate this character, but so now you again 90 degree corner. You're fighting. At some point, they will not have enough gas, right? Like not enough gas to kind of keep pushing, and they will like backtrack here in this area. This is where again, instantly for you, in your head, it should be here. I might look for like a double jump in the pool when they're gonna be backtracking. Make sense? So let's see where you could have done it. Okay, that guy went low, no shield. Now, taking it all, he's going in, you double jump in and you're looking for these pulls. Here, maybe like later they're gonna be backtracking. I mean, if nothing happened and they just Luna ulted, no problem. Your Luna will layer, no problem. You didn't like miss out on anything, right? But because this is happening, I want to see you like instantly pushing up or like going a bit more aggressive, looking to help, because all of the attention is gonna be on your rogue. Everyone is gonna be looking at the rogue. So that allows you to, you see, come in. Let's say Luna would get sucked right now. Right? All of these people could be affected by your by your pull.
Getting through now.
I like that we're not matching.
Nice
That's perfect. We could match late. Okay, need to sustain, and after this, after you sustain this, need to go super fast and try to look for your value. You see? Do you, like, are you starting to see this like tempo? Like now we're being pressured, you see? We're kind of absorbing the heat, sustaining, making sure no one dies. Now they're low, backtracking, that's it. Double jump, walk forward, boom. This guy pulled in, shift, dead, like snowballing, right?
You mess.
You see, you could have, if you would be looking for it, you could definitely be in that spot pulling him in. Double jump forward, keep, you see, you stuttered. Here, if you would just went, maybe you still have like some time to pull him. Maybe not, who knows, but I want you to be looking for those. Saphira shift. Okay, and then...
I'm taking less damage.
I'm gonna recover. I'm gonna see it coming. I'm gonna be in rank and everyone calls it out.
Alright. And then... Wait. Let me think. Yeah, I think that is fine. I think this is also another 90 degree. We're swinging. They're backtracking to another 90 degree corner. So everyone in this area is for you to be pulled. Right?
So whenever
I got you covered.
I want you to pull them technically.
Yes, yeah, like you see this tempo that I'm trying to like explain. It's like 90 degree, we're swinging, they're in some area trying to kind of backtrack to this corner and stable. This is the perfect like opportunity for you to pull. Just like natural perfect opportunity.
Only 60 seconds left. So close.
Okay,
This is your big chance.
is he gonna kill everyone?
Flame on.
No. Kind of sustain. Saphira shift in the meanwhile. And then... Okay. Invis ult, instant invis. Decent positioning. This is risky, but it's fine. And maybe, like, you have to understand, like, this is a bit risky, like, just standing here outside of an invis ult. Like, you might get, you know,
Picked off.
shot. Yeah, because you don't have, you have your space on cooldown. Like, be careful with it. If anything, if you want to do this, it needs to be like here, like here.
As far as I remember, I was taught to usually not play in your invis ult.
No, you don't have to be. No. Like, you are outside of your invis ult. That means that you need to make sure that if you do this, it's risky. So you need to be mindful about the cover you will take if you're gonna get shot, because you don't have your space. Make sense?
I think I was hiding behind cover.
Okay, I mean, then it's fine. Yeah, okay. Then it's fine. Okay. Yes. Okay. As long as you have it in your head, I'm fine with it. Because some players would not think about it and they don't see it, or like they will forget there is a cover and they will start like backtracking here, or like trying to backtrack to this or something and just die in the meanwhile. Like, I've seen a lot of deaths like this. Okay, space to regain some HP. I mean, yeah, that one is out of your control. This fight is out of your control. I think you did everything that you should have done. Let me see. Maybe. Do you have your shield? Your shield is broken. You don't. No, it's broken. Maybe if here you would have pulled your shield and tried to heal him on this corner, maybe, but it's just like picking at straws, and at this point I don't think it's in your control. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it was overall a valuable session, and I think, yeah, I
If I
mean,
take notes from this is like a down autopilot, down
Yeah.
Saphira shift, and do more
Yeah.
kills.
yeah, don't autopilot. I mean, it's not even about the invis or about a certain ability. Don't autopilot. Play on your main with an idea to rank up only when you have full passion for it and energy and like brain capacity for it, right? Make sure that you squeeze or like plan how to squeeze value from each of your ability, and try to make a difference in the game. That's how you rank up. Yeah, always when you start the game, even during the like beginning phase before the game started, analyze the comp, kind of think about of like where like who should play what, you know, who should play how, where should I position, kind of, so you are not very overwhelmed in the moment, so you already have everything pre-planned. You see a strange, okay, you have like the gameplay loop against that. You see like you got your invis, press tab, think about it, okay, I have to use into this or into that or like into this, right? So you don't get surprised in the moment and do like a bad ult or a bad play because you're already prepared for it. And I mean, it's kind of part of being locked in overall, like being in control. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that from what I've seen, you're just too passive. You make no difference on the game, so you're kind of just swimming in this rank, in this rank system, you know, like this, because you're too passive. But from what I've seen, I didn't see you doing like anything bad or like per se criminal, you know, like you don't sell games with your rules or stuff. You just don't make any difference. If I would put Saphira version 2, like another Saphira, like your level, like another person who does the same exact things that you just did, just like maybe like in a different sequence, it would be the same. The game would have had the same outcome. Does it make sense? What I'm trying to say is that, like, if I would put Saipe here, I know he would win this game. For sure, he would win this game. I'm not even like, I don't even have a sliver of a doubt he would win this game because he would just squeeze value from every single cooldown usage, right? And if I would put a person, like the same person as you, who just like keeps the game stable, heals, does the job, but doesn't really change the pace of the game, the outcome would have been the same. And that's the difference. That's how you rank up, right? And
so the second I start like looking for more, like not aggressive, but like more
a difference maker. Making a difference, right? Like not severe shift, but the shift that like stops the engage, or the shift that like I don't know, protects you from Iron Fist because you just positioned it on the floor and you're playing in the shift, or the shift that looks for this high ground when this Elsa is on top left or something like that, you know?
okay.
And yeah. Same with your pulls and same with your shields, but your shields are fine. You definitely understand what to do with your shield and the whole idea of your shift. So shifts are fine. Shields are fine. You just need to work on your shifts and ease. And on other heroes, apply the same mentality of not just spamming abilities for no reason.
Okay.
Well, that's it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries. It was fun, actually fun. But yeah, if anything, just if you have any questions later on, just don't shy away from asking. Always answer.
I have one more question, probably.
Yeah, sure.
Let's say in really, really hard matches, right? If you go on my profile, sometimes you see matches where the team does like 0 final hits, every single one of them, right? Let's look at the, Krakoa or Hull of Jalia, right? In the games. What would you tell me to do there in those kind of matches?
I mean, same as I said now, to be honest, like you don't know how those matches would go if you would have played like I told you today, right? So now you kind of, it has to be like the new beginning for you, where like starting like today or tomorrow, whatever, when you play those matches, when I open your history, it's not like 8, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 20.
Embarrassing.
No, it's the same session, I swear, it's the same session. It's one session, no?
So much.
It's just
Yeah.
it's just once. It's war in my eyes. Like you can't tell me that like this session started. Bro, was it a 24 fucking hour session? Like what is this? Wait. You started at. Wait.
I'll say I was like, how do I explain this?
Wait, war in my eyes. You started at like 8, 11, 12 a.m. You played till 4 a.m. Had p.m. Okay. This is where it started. You started at 8 p.m. and then went on till till 4 a.m. Oh, okay. So here, this is the session start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 game session. You can't tell me that I had like a hard game in the midst of this fucking war session. Like, what would you recommend me? Like, maybe stop queuing 20 games. Like, you cannot tell me that you had like a sane state of mind during this Araku game. Like, there's no way.
Like, you should try to force my luck, maybe.
No, yeah, but like that's the thing. You will never rank up like this. That's not how it works. You should have a second account where you can have like fucking war sessions like this, but you don't really care and you can do whatever you want, right? But if you really want to rank up on your main, you should go in and play. Like, I just can't imagine being locked in more than like 5 or 6 games in a row. Like actually like locked in, because brain kind of gets tired, you know? That's the reason.
Like after 5 games?
No, you have to feel it. Sometimes it will take you 2 games, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 5, right? Like, but just that feeling that you're tired, you can't give it your all next game. Don't queue, just switch account and just have fun. But you have to understand there is a reason. Like smart people went and kind of analyzed this shit, and that's why we have a certain amount of hours, or not hours, like minutes in a university like seminar, right? Like that's why we don't do 5-6 hour seminars, right? That's why that's why in schools for kids there is like 45 minutes lessons, or like whatever. There is studies or whatever on how much our brain is able to, you know, be locked in, basically, like comprehend information.
Something funny?
Whatever. Yeah, sure.
Look at my profile and go through every season and look at the matches played.
Yeah. War incoming.
Laugh at. You have something to laugh at.
Holy. Yeah, I mean, it's just war. Wait, that's crazy. Like, I had only one season like this where I was like learning the game. That was the only season I ever played. Was it 3.5 or 4.5? I don't remember. Like, I played one season, like really. Yeah, this season. Like, I played 420 games. Huh?
Is that why people in high ranks usually have maximum 100 games in a season?
I mean, I don't think like that's why, but like, yeah, of course, like if you play high rank, those games are hard. I'm pretty sure it's hard to just like like spam those, you know? They would probably just like go on a smurf if they don't feel it, or like when they're warming up. Like this was, and like I remember here I was queuing like 15-16 hours a day, like non-stop. Like it's war. And
yeah, that's me.
yeah, but like you can do that. I'm not telling you not to do that. Just do it on a second account.
Okay.
Or do it on this account and then have another account that is like just for the rank, just like for the high rank, where you come in super fresh and you're like fully locked in and fully aware of everything, right? Like your brain is fresh. But yeah, because 20 hours in is brain rot, I swear. Like there's just like no way it's not.
Okay, I see.
But yeah. That would be it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Can you, if you can stop Saphira from doom queuing, I'd call it a miracle, literally. Oh
my
shit.
god.
Doom queuing. Wait, that's a good name. Doom queuing.
It is when I have a losing streak and I'm like, I'm too tilted to give up, and then try to like, maybe there's like after the hurricane, maybe there's a son of a winning streak ahead of me, kind of forcing it.
Yeah, but like that's how the system works. It will give you this win streak eventually. It's like casino, like, you know what I mean? You're kind of getting you like hooked up on this dopamine fucking adventure. But when you're playing to rank up, like interestingly enough, you shouldn't care about ranking up. You should care about giving your all and making a different, not really improving, like that the word is too broad. You will improve eventually. It's more about the mentality should be to make a difference, to come in and squeeze value as much as you can. And then if at the end of the game you lost but you felt like you squeezed most value, like this last fight, remember this last fight on Spider? You squeezed most value possible. You can't possibly be mad for losing that fight. Same thing should be about the game. Like if for the whole game you squeeze max value and you just can't do more, that's it. You should be happy. You shouldn't be sad about losing that game. And the system will reward you eventually, because since you're squeezing value, you're winning like not 55% or like 50% of your games, you're winning 65% of your games. So, you know, eventually you will rank up and you will stay high rank. Even if you have, like, everyone has lose streaks, even best players. That's normal. That's like how the system works. But yeah, I mean, I would say that you just need a change of approach, kinda.
Okay, I can do that.
But yeah, I mean,
So much.
yeah, no worries. Hey, if anything, you can always just ask me stuff if you have questions along the way. But yeah, GG's.
GG's. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Yeah, no worries, no worries.